was 3 years ago since we were last here. I mean, we spoke to Tom and Matt, who've been here. Like Tom's here last year, and Matt before. They said they had a great time, so we're just really happy to be back here.
Films are done or whatever, and you guys are moving on. I think it's James, he's the production assistant right now. What do you want to do aside from movies? Like, do you want to do something else other than movies, or do you want to stay in movies, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, I'm actually doing that on that side of the camera at the moment. I did that for those who don't know, on the Heart-Blood Prince, the 6th Potter movie. Because we were contracted for pretty much the whole stint of the film, I decided to work on the crew side as well. So that was kind of a complete different experience than as a 5 a.m. in the morning for quite a long time. But I decided for the last Potter I wanted to be spoiled like an actor is, as opposed to but no, at the moment like, we just so we wrap Potter in June, July, but then we're going to be back doing reshoots sometime this fall. And there's some other things in the pipeline, so hopefully still along that side of things, but I'm not sure. What do you want to do?
Much to say, to be honest. I mean, we've been really fortunate and really lucky to be able to have done what we've been doing for the last 10 years. I think we were working it on the flight over. It's around back to the day that we started our first day filming on the first film, like 10 years ago. And it's gone really quickly, so it's been a fun ride, and hopefully long may it continue.
Hi there. Just wondering, in the last movie, which of you dies?
Well, we're both still here, so I don't actually
Hi there.
Hello. Me and my husband, we spent some time at the Wizarding World in Harry Potter on our honeymoon, and I know that you guys were there. And I want to know what you guys thought of it, because I thought it was pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah, it blew our minds. I mean, we were really fortunate to go around, and there was no one there, and it was so detailed. It was unbelievable. I think when they first told us 2 years before it opened that they were making a theme park of it, and you thought, okay, it's going to be like a room like this, and I'll stick some Harry Potter stickers up, and that'll be it. But they really went all out. It was fantastic, and the guys at Universal really looked after us when we were there, and yeah, they did a superb job.
I think the initial part when you look from the very end, like as soon as you're into the world and you look and you see all the shops and all the custom and everything, it really just hit you like, wow, this is so detailed. And then so you can go and get a wand fitted, and you can have a beer in the and everything. Everything is just. I'm not advertising alcohol or anything here. I'd love to do, yeah, exactly. But I think they just everything down to the smallest detail they've covered completely, and we were just, myself and all the other guys who were able to go for the launch, we were so privileged that we were able to say go around it when no one else was there. So that's pretty cool. Thank you.
I just wanted to know about you guys in the movie, and do you guys read the books? Are you fans, even though you're in the movie, like are you a Harry Potter fan?
Yeah, we read books. Actually, when the last book came out, we were as much in the dark as anyone else was like what was going to happen. We were in Japan at the time, and we thought, great, no one would be able to spoil it for us what happens and all that. So yeah, it was great to be able to read that with everyone else who, when it came out. Yeah, it was really fortunate to pass, and it was really enjoyable and really good books.
Why did one of you die?
Well, like we said before, we're both still here. We're not ghosts. And yeah, if it's not any question related to any reincarnation or anything like that, that'd be great.
Hiya.
Hi.
I was wondering, a friend of mine
told me recently that she read somewhere that during filming for the first movie, the two of you switched places for a scene. And nobody even noticed and you had to reshoot. I was wondering if that was true. If it is, what's the story behind that?
It's about as true as the Harry Potter series themselves, I guess. It is, I mean, there's bits of it which are true, but the only thing that Oliver and I have done like that is in a rehearsal of a Great Hall scene which has about 400 or 500 guys in shot, and we were at the very, very far end of the shot, and for the rehearsal, we switched, but then for the take, we swap back. Simply because if you can imagine this, so you've got 400 or 500 people on camera, and you've got 400 or 500 people working behind the camera. And if you had to say to those guys, right, you're going to be working another couple of weeks and on Saturdays because these two guys messed around, we probably wouldn't be here today and we wouldn't be dead. So yeah, those are kind of rooms which kind of grew out of just a little thing. But I mean, the urge was always there, but we always kept our professional heads on.
So you actually asked my first question, so I'll ask my second, which is, who is your favorite cast member to share a panel with and why?
That'd be my brother. It's, I mean, it's quite cool when James and I we all seem to do interviews now together, which is quite cool because one of us, like he's doing at the moment, leaves me to do the talking. It's always quite good because when we speak to quite a few of the guys who do, like when we do like press junkets and they're like doing interviews on their own, they always look at us, they always say, because there's someone else to chip in and stuff. Like that.
I guess that we're all pretty lucky in the cast in general. Also, we've known each other near enough for 10 years, so we kind of know who can answer what. And it's always great, especially when like Emma or Bonnie's there, because we're kind of good to they can answer it because they're pretty good at detailed answers. But I guess in general, we're all like just to help each other out. And I can't actually say there's one particular cast member apart from Oliver, obviously, who we have great fun doing panels with.
Hello. Okay. I was wondering, since we've established that you've read the Harry Potter books, which is your favorite book, and who, aside from Fred and George, is your favorite character, or are your favorite characters, I suppose?
My favourite book would be The Prisoner of Azkaban, the third one. For a lot of reasons, it was on that, like I was just finished that book when we got the audition, when I went to the first audition, so that was good in that sense, but I just really enjoyed it. And your second question, I'd say old Sirius Black's my favourite character in the series.
I think the Goblet of Fire would be my favourite. As for character, apart from Fred and George, because I really obviously we always relate to Fred and George being twins type thing. I don't know, I would say back on really. It's like, it's pretty scary at times.
So I've heard stories that at previous DragonCon you like to run around and pull pranks. Do you have anything mischievous planned for this year?
Well, pranks, well, yeah. I don't know, I just like watching all the costumes, costumes and everything's quite cool. Just on the ride over here, we saw a guy who was, what's the chap's name? Did I see Up? You know the guy who's in like the Boy Scout? There's a guy who's probably he's a young lad, walking around like a full get-up and everything like that. I just love watching stuff like that. I don't think we're doing any pranks this year.
Hello. And first off, it is 6 months away. I just want to say happy birthday because we share the same birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
My question is, out of all your years on set, what is the one memory you will always take with you? What is your best memory from all your Potter movies?
One, I can't really just put one moment on it, 'cause obviously there's 10 years, there's loads of them. I mean, the U-Ball in the Half-Blood Prince, that was such a cool couple of weeks to shoot that scene, because not only have they redone the whole Great Hall for it, but also I got to learn how to dance and like properly dance and all this stuff. And then just like on the last premiere in Leicester Square in London, it was June, July, and you've never seen rain like it. And you've seen it, it's got a road. And but that was just cool. Just there was like, I think I said there was about 8,000 giant fans out for the premiere, and they stayed throughout all the rain and everything. And there was like a bridge going over the line, and just seeing like how many people were there and how much these films mean to people, that really did hit quite hard. And like we all kind of still talk about that, all the members of the cast, we all still remember that. So I guess things like that are really